Okay, hey, first time going live on TikTok. Pretty excited about doing this. I'm hoping just some random people pop in and we can chat about AI. So I'm going to talk about how I've been using AI lately, different tools, different things for like my client work, doing website design or managing e-commerce and websites and stuff. Then also just like for fun and creative purposes, also for content, social media, stuff like that. And then also how I kind of interpret that with like photography and stuff. So I want to know what people are doing with AI currently because in this world we know that that's always changing. Apps are always coming out with new innovative things. It's actually really hard to keep up these days. I've been struggling with that. I used to do a podcast where we do it every 2 weeks and kind of catch up on everything, but we've took a little hiatus from that podcast, so I haven't been talking about AI with somebody, really digging in deep into the different tools and stuff. So I've just been kind of like playing around, figuring out like what works for me, and experimenting with some of the things and the tools that I use every day. So I'm going to talk about ChatGPT, how that's been really helping me kind of with my freelance website design business. I'm also going to talk a little bit about how I'm using Sora, and which is included in your ChatGPT subscription as well. So I'm going to talk about how I've been using Sora. And then I'm going to also maybe talk a little bit about some of the music creation tools, Suno in particular, and see how you guys are using that. I'm going to share about how I use it mostly in my content creation and some of the people that I hang out with, how they're using it. And I don't know, anything else that kind of comes up as we talk. I haven't been using a lot of video generation tools and AI lately. I just haven't had a need for it at this moment, but I do play around with those and see what's going on. So good to see some people here joining. Good to see you. I'm just going to chat about how I'm using AI these days and AI tools and stuff. And share this out if you're interested in how you can use AI either in your business, your content creation, even your client work. I do a lot of freelance client work. So sometimes these tools can be very helpful in getting a lot done for them pretty quickly so we can actually enjoy life and scroll TikTok and our other apps. I'm actually going to share the stream out while I'm chatting with you guys so that maybe I can get some people from X over here. I use X quite a bit. So I don't know if I'm able to do that on my phone. This is my first time using TikTok Live. So if anyone has any tips on how to share this, oh, here we go. I think I'm able to do that on my phone. This is my first time using TikTok Live. So if anyone has any tips on how to share this, oh, here we go. I think I figured. Okay, that's super cool. All right, so feel free to drop your questions or let me know how you're using AI. I'm going to start talking about how I'm using ChatGPT these days. So, oh, you know what? I am in a chat group of people who are on this platform that might want to join in. So I'm going to just send this to this chat group. I have my computer right here. I hope I can someday do these live streams on my computer. That would be fun, but I'm an Apple user, so I guess that's harder to do than it seems. Okay, so where is that? There it is. Live now. Let's see if we can get in here. Some people that maybe I know. Okay, so I'm using ChatGPT a lot. So I was using it way when it first came out, like a couple of years ago, and I just really was just blown away. It really got me into AI and how I could, produce content, like a rough draft of written content, like a lot of websites. I just need copy. I need something to fill in the page, write blog posts, stuff like that. And so I would use ChatGPT early on to create a rough draft really quickly and then be able to edit it and get my blogging and website content for my clients done like so quickly. So I was just fell in love with it right away. And then the creative element of it as well. So, but about a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago, like winter 2024, ChatGPT kind of fell off for me. I didn't find it worth paying for at that point. There was just a lot of difficulty. I found myself arguing with it a lot. And then I would say in the past 3 to 5 months, it's gotten so good. So last fall, they did some updates, and ChatGPT is phenomenal for a lot of stuff I'm doing. And so I've started paying for the subscription again, and that $20 a month subscription. And I think a lot of people pay for that already anyway. So if you are paying for that, I'm going to talk to you about Sora, which is a really cool feature, kind of in ChatGPT, but it's its own thing that a lot of people don't even know is there, that I absolutely love using and find myself using a lot for like creatively. So creating images and creating little AI videos. So, but for ChatGPT, since I've been using it from the beginning, I chat with it a lot. I chat with it about what I'm doing. I need help with client work. I need help with writing this email. I need help with writing this proposal. I need help processing my thoughts. Like I got a lot of, like bullet points in my head about a topic, and I can just kind of either with the voice chat feature or with, typing on my computer feature, I can then get it to kind of like just outline my thoughts, expand on my thoughts, do brainstorming. So I've been doing this all along for a couple of years. Now, with that, they've recently made an update in ChatGPT that it has memory and can search all your previous chats. So this is what's so exciting about it. I can chat with ChatGPT about myself for the past 2 years that I've been using it. Now, I've been using it off and on, but it's definitely the most consistent one that I've been using. I've also used Claude, and I've also used Grok a little bit, but I always do tend to go to ChatGPT because it's just so easy to just get in there and start chatting, right? So what have I been doing? Well, recently I've been chatting with ChatGPT about myself and my work. So I do a lot of freelance websites. I design in Squarespace, Shopify, and in Card. So if any of you need help with any of that stuff, make sure you hit me up because I can answer your questions about all those platforms. I do know others, but those are definitely my preferred ones to use. So yes. And I was like, hey, ChatGPT, what do I actually do for my clients? Because I'm basically one of these freelancers that's like, okay, I designed your website, hit me up if you need anything. And they come to me in emails and texts all the time like, hey, can you take care of this? Can you do this? Can you change this? Can you add this? People are having trouble with this. Can you fix it? And I'm the troubleshoot person. I fix it. I know how to get it done quickly, and then I just charge them. So with that, it's kind of hard to see what it is I am actually doing for my clients because it's just coming at me all the time. And so what I've been doing is with ChatGPT, now with this new enhanced memory of knowing everything I've ever chatted about it with, I can go in and be like, hey, what am I doing for my clients all the time? What is this work that I'm always doing that I can outline and explain better on my own website, which, if anyone knows a web designer, knows that their website is the last one to get any attention or care for. So you can not go to mine. It's not necessarily the shining example of what I recommend to my own clients, but I was like, what can I do? What can I present on my website to really explain what it is I do for my clients? And then how can I charge for that better? And so we came out with an amazing pricing scheme, outline, plan of attack, to-do list. Oh my God, to-do list, like chronological order of my to-do list of everything I need to do. And I'm just like so excited about it. I presented this new pricing scheme to a couple new clients, potential clients, leads, I guess, that came to me. And one was interested but didn't bite. They're going to hire someone else, but they do want to come back to me to do that ongoing maintenance, which is what kind of sets me apart from a lot of other people. It's like, a lot of people just want to design the site and say, see ya, peace out, which I totally understand because that's the fun bit. That's the easy part. The hard bit is the maintenance of a website, because you can make the most beautiful website that is intriguing and people love, but if you don't update it with current information about you, your company, what you're doing, the latest things that's going on, no one is going to find it interesting. It's going to just kind of fall off a cliff in Google search. It's just not going to work. You have to always be constantly updating, kind of like how we are on social media. Like if you don't post, like your account just falls off a cliff, right? We all know that. It's the exact same for a website. And even with my clients that I have, small businesses and content creators that have websites that work with me, even those with huge followings, most of their clientele still comes from search. Like I mean, we can get in this bubble of social media and thinking that everything we do, it's all social media, it's marketing and social media. We got to spend all our time there, promote our products, promote our services and everything. Where if you actually dig into where your client base is coming from, a majority is probably, well, for me, it's word of mouth referrals for sure. But for most businesses and for most services, it's still through Google search, because those are qualified search results, right? So it's someone like saying, I need a web designer. And then near me is even better, right? So it's like if you have an actual location. But you know, that's someone looking for, ready to purchase, right? Well, on social media, we're kind of just shooting into the void and hoping that maybe someday someone will contact us. And so when I do get client referrals from social media, it's always because they've just gotten to know me, like what I have to say, trust me, want to work with me in some way, and have just been waiting until that opportunities come up. So that's how it goes. So I want to just welcome everyone who's watching. Thanks for popping in and listening. So feel free to ask any questions you got coming along. So chatting with ChatGPT about how I can offer different pricing packages, services, outlining what I do for people and all that works, all that stuff that's going on. It's been really cool to really just break that down and work with ChatGPT about the knowledge I have and all the workshops and training that I've done about pricing packages and pricing what you do and the services you offer, and outlining it so that people feel comfortable purchasing and spending money with you. You know, that's where it can just be super powerful. So if you have been using ChatGPT these past 2 years or so that it's been around, maybe you haven't used it in a while or whatever, log into your account and chat with it about your past subscription. So someone says to say please. Okay, yes, please listen. And I will also suggest, if you haven't used AI to chatbot to possibly enhance your content, is there a reason why you haven't, or where you're struggling with it, or maybe it's just some misconceptions about it, about how to best use AI to either improve your written content or streamline your processes and workflows, or create a better experiences for your clients, stuff like that. So I know everyone has different things that they like to work on and are doing out there, but that's just what I've been doing with ChatGPT. Now, within the ChatGPT world is also Sora, which is kind of a standalone app, but it's kind of not. So what Sora is the video generator it's part of ChatGPT, part of OpenAI. It's under that umbrella. So Sora is its own website, Sora.com, Sora.com. And if you are paying for ChatGPT, you will already have access to Sora, so you can use it. So a lot of people don't know that. And Sora is a fantastic image generator, and it's an okay video generator. So I'll talk about the image generator in Sora. So ChatGPT recently, a month or so ago, put out, I guess it was maybe 2 months ago, put out ImageGen, which is their 4.0 chat bot, right? And it can create images. So you can chat with it in ChatGPT and ask it to create images. It's okay. It's really good, like compared to what we had 6 months ago, but it's okay. It does a really good job, but it could do better. You head over to Sora, log in with your ChatGPT account. You have access if you are paid the Plus subscriber or the other one, the Pro, I think it's called. If either of those, you have access to Sora. So you go in, log in on Sora, and you're given a layout where you can prompt, you can add image references, you can create styles, all this stuff. You can prompt for images and you can prompt for video. So I recommend playing around with prompting for images first off if you haven't tried it yet. And you can get really creative, you can get really abstract, you can get really specific. You can use your own photo as a reference, so you can do fun photos of yourself or people you know. You can put in text, so you can tell it to put text in and it'll do it. So check it out if you haven't, and I highly recommend that. So I see a lot of things on my screen. I just want to make sure everyone knows that this is my first live on TikTok. I do live on let's see, YouTube, and I do live on X. I do a host spaces and I do live podcasts and stuff like that all the time, but I never have done it on TikTok. They gave me permission to do it today. Like I opened the app and I had permission, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna talk about whatever's on my mind today, which is how I'm using AI lately, and it's been really exciting. So I don't know if you can watch live streams like replays or whatever, but I'm always dropping the wisdom, and I'm always here to answer questions about whatever the topic is that I get into. The next thing I want to talk about, so we talked about ChatGPT and chatting and how you can use that. Talked about Sora for image generation, which super powerful. And then you can, once you kind of master it for image generation, or have fun playing around with that, then you can try it and make videos. You'll probably be a little bit disappointed when it comes to making AI videos. It's more of an art form than and a skill right now than really just like I can prompt for anything and get a video of it. But it's fun if you get a little bit creative and you want to try different ideas. Next thing I want to talk about is AI music generation. Now, this one's a little bit crazier. If you haven't gotten into AI music generation, it's really, really interesting and fascinating. So what I played around with is Suno, S-U-N-O. And then there's also another app called Udio, U-D-I-O. And those are both AI music generator apps. Now, a lot of people will go in there and write their poetry or get AI to write their song lyrics and come up with a beautiful song or whatever. And then they post it and then you realize, oh, I'm the only one that really likes this. So that is a symptom of the AI music generation. You can generate the song that means so much to you and you love it, and you will make a playlist of like your new favorite songs that you've created, and it's awesome. Like, you're gonna really love that. It's really interesting being able to create your own music to your tastes. But the real powerful part of AI music generation is making instrumentals and background music for videos. I love doing that. So when I have a video and I want to have original music or a certain type of music or whatever, we get into the app, we start searching, we can't find that right song, or trying to find an instrumental. Sometimes it's just like, look, I don't want to have a bunch of words over my video. I want to have just music to set the mood or in the background if I'm talking or whatever. So what I love to use Suno for, and Udio as well, is to generate these instrumentals, background music, mood music for my AI videos that I create, or my own videos, like if I'm out filming around where I live, that kind of stuff. So that's how I really recommend most people use these AI music generation tools, because you can really create a specific mood of music, a specific style of instrumental background music that goes perfectly with your video or your reel or whatever. If you're making a long form YouTube video, you can generate like 10 songs in a few minutes, and now you've got your background music all set, and you don't have to worry about the copyright thing, right? And then you also don't have to worry about like the music not fitting the mood or the style that you want. Like if you're very specific, if you're like super specific and nitpicky like me, it can be just crazy to try and find the right song, right? You go into these song libraries and it becomes another full-time job just picking out the right song. But you can just generate it. Like you come up with a specific prompt. I like to use ChatGPT 4o to help me with writing prompts, so I can get into like a conversation with it about like what am I looking for, and then get into a lot of details about like what exactly I want. And then I say, hey, condense this down into 2 sentences using as few words as possible, but still conveying the mood, ambience, style, instruments, all the stuff that I need for that song. So that is a super cool way to use AI music. And I want to thank everybody who's hanging out, chilling, hanging out with me. If you have any questions about AI tools or whatever, I'd love to know how you're using them. Other than that, I think I'm going to probably wrap this up. Boy, this has been a lot of fun for a first time live stream. I'll definitely be doing more of these. It's just so easy to just go live on here. Let's see, were there any kind of questions or anything here? I don't know. You know, this is my first time. I'm just testing it out, seeing what's going on. You can give me a follow if you want, and you'll definitely see me doing more of these types of live streams and stuff. So have a great weekend, everybody. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and make sure you are making something special for your mom tomorrow, doing something special with her. Me, it's going to be manual labor. That's what I do and how we celebrate Mother's Day. We just go out and take care of the yard work and the garden. Time to plant the garden and all that stuff. I live out in the country, so that's what we do. All right, so let's see. I think that's it. I think that's where I'm going to end it. You know, I don't know what all this stuff is. All this stuff pops up here. It's kind of interesting, but all right. It was a fun trial. I'll be definitely doing more of these. So thanks for joining, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye. Everybody, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye. Can someone watching tell me how to turn it off? Can someone watching tell me how to turn it off? How do you turn off the live? How do you turn off the live? Okay, this is ridiculous. How do you turn it off? All right. Let's do this. We're gonna go to the help guide. How do you turn off a TikTok live? I tried just shutting the app down and it paused it. It didn't end it. X button in the top right corner.